Good morning, Year 1. It's now time for maths. This week we've been looking at shapes and we have started to look at 3D shapes. Now let's see if you can remember what some of them are. What shape is this? Now let's see, it has squared faces, it has some vertices and it has some edges. Which shape can you remember? It's a cube. Well done. This is our cube. Let's see what else we've got. What shape is this? Now I'll show you around it. It's got some rectangles. It's got squares at each end. What can you remember? It's a cuboid. Great work. Our next shape is this one. So it's got 4 triangles, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a squared base. Can you remember? It's a square-based pyramid. Great work. Now this shape has no vertices, no edges, one continuous face. Remember what it's called? It's a sphere. Well done, sphere. Our next shape has circle this side, circle this side, continuous rectangle here. Can you remember what it's called? It's a cylinder. Well done, a cylinder. And our last shape for today, it's got triangle, it's got a circle base, it's got one edge and one vertex or one point of it. Can you remember what it's called? It's a cone. Great work, Year 1. Today we are learning to sort 3D shapes. Before we do that, we have to warm up our brains. Now let's have a look at our first question. Here are 3. What are these? Can you remember? Here are 3 cones. If you said cones, well done. Let's look at question number 2. Compare. What symbol is missing? We've got 3 pyramids, so 3. Is it more than, less than, or the same as 3 cubes? 3 pyramids is to 3 cubes. What do you think? 3 is more than, less than, or the same as 3? It's the same as, well done, or equals if you'd like to do it that way. So 3 equals 3. Great. What shape is the cylinder? Now you know which one a cylinder is. It's our circles and our rectangles. So is this a cylinder? No. Is this one a cylinder? No. Is this one a cylinder? What about this? Well done. Now our last question is, which one doesn't belong? Which one of these doesn't belong here? So we've got a sphere, we've got a football, we've got an egg, and we've got a marble. Which one of these doesn't belong there? What do you think? Are they all the same shape? Are they all the same size? Let's look. It's the egg, and the reason the egg doesn't belong there is because it's not round as the same as these ones. These ones are all the way round, whereas this one is not very round. Well done. Molly and Marvin have got some shapes for us to sort. They would like to sort all the cylinders into here and all of the cuboids into here. Let's start. So what one is this one? Is it a cylinder or a cuboid? It's a cuboid, well done. Pop it in this box. What about this one? What shape is this? It's a cylinder, well done. What shapes do we have next? Which one is this one? Now, what do we know about cylinders. They have circles and a rectangle. Does this have a circle and a rectangle? It does. Well done. So this is a cylinder. Pop it in there. What about this one? Well done. It looks like this one. It's a cuboid. Fantastic work. Let's go with this one here. Which shape is this? It has a circle at the top and then a rectangle across. It's a cylinder. Well done. And we've got 3 left. So let's go with this one. What shape is this? It's got rectangles and a square. It's a cuboid. Well done. Now we've got 2 shapes left. Let's go with this one. Which shape is this? It's a cuboid. Well done. And our last one. Now this one's got a circle and a rectangle. It's a cylinder. Great work, year 1. Okay, our next challenge from Molly and Marvin are to sort these shapes into spheres and cones. Let's have a look. So, what is this one? Remember, a sphere is like a ball, so it can roll. What is this one? Well done, it's a sphere. Looks a bit like a circle. What about this one? Yep, well done. This one is a cone. It's tricky to see when they're on the computer because they look just like flat shapes, but you can see that they are supposed to be cones. So what's this one? Sphere, good work. This one? Cone, well done. This one? Sphere. You're very good at this. This one? Cone, well done. This one? Cone, good work. And this one? A sphere. Fantastic work, year 1. You're very good at sorting your shapes. Now, Molly and Marvin have lined up all of their shapes. Marvin thinks that he has lined up all of the spheres. Molly said he's wrong. Which shape doesn't belong in this pattern? Let's have a look. So we've got a sphere. Is this a sphere? No. Can you remember what this one's called? Well done. That's a cone. And then we've got another sphere, and there's another sphere. So this one is the odd one out because it is a cone. Now they are all spheres. Well done. Okay, this one is a tricky one. I don't think you're going to spot the odd one out here. Which one is the odd one out? What shapes have we got on the board? Now, we know that this here is a cuboid. Now, I know this is a cuboid because a cuboid has rectangles and a square on the end, and it's quite long. Is this one a cuboid? Are you sure? Yeah, it has a square here and a rectangle. This one's standing up, but it's still a cuboid, it's just turned on its end. So there's a square here and it still has rectangles. Now this has a square, but these also look like squares, because remember squares are all the same size the way round. So a square, a square and a square. So is that a cuboid? No, well done, it's a cube. So we've got cuboid, 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 cube, cuboid. So the odd one out must be the cube because all the rest of them are cuboids. That one was tricky. Good work, year 1. Our next challenge is, which one is the odd one out here? I'll give you some time to think about it. Which one looks like it doesn't belong? Now let's start over here. So, what shape is this? It's a cylinder, well done. So a cylinder, a cylinder, a cylinder. Is this one a cylinder? What does a cylinder have? It has a circle and then a rectangle. Does this have a circle in it? No. Does it have a rectangle in it? No, what shape is this? That's right, it's a cube. So this one is the odd one out because this is also a cylinder. So all cylinders, and there's our odd one out cube. Well done. Okay, now we're going to look at sorting our shapes into things that stack. Now when you stack, it's something that goes on top of each other and it has to be able to stay there for at least 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3. If it falls off, it doesn't stack. So let's start with our cubes. Could we stack cubes on top of each other? What do you think? So we've got our cubes, let's have a look. So do they seem to be stacking? Well done, yeah they are, they're stacking one on top of each other. Fantastic work. So cubes do stack. Next, let's look at our spheres. Now, do you think a sphere can stack on top of a sphere? So it's round, isn't it? So it hasn't got any flat surfaces. I wonder, let's have a look. No, the spheres do not stack on top of each other, therefore they don't stack. What about our cuboids? Let's see. Yes, our cuboids stack on each top of each other. They've got flat surfaces, so it's a lot easier to stack. Now, what about our cylinders? Do we think they'll stack? They do have flat surfaces, but they also roll. Do we think they will stack? No, it doesn't stack like that. I wonder, if we turn it like this, will it stack now? Yes, the cylinders stack on top of each other, but only if you go like this, not if you lay them like this. They just roll off. What about our square-based pyramids? Do we think we can stack something on top of that vertice? No, definitely didn't last. It definitely fell off. So a square-based pyramid does not stack. What about our cone? Do we think we can stack another cone on top of a cone? Nope, that also just falls off. Okay, let's have a look at today's worksheet. Our first one says circle the odd one out and complete the sentence. Now, which one of these is the odd one out? They're all green, so they're all the same colour. But are they all the same shape? Let's have a look. So this is a cuboid. Well done. This one is a cuboid. And this one is a cuboid. Is this one a cuboid? No, well done. It's a cube. So we're going to circle this one. And then the odd one out is a cube. And we can write cube here. Now, cube has our U sound in it. Like that. Cube. Now, which one's the odd one out here? They're all pink, so they're all the same colour. Now, this one is a pyramid. This one is also a pyramid. What shape is this one in the middle? Well done, it's a cone. So this is the odd one out. So the odd one out is a cone. K. Now a split O. Cone. Let's look down here. Draw lines to sort the shapes into groups. The first one has been done for you. Now our groups are cylinders and spheres. Let's start from the beginning. So this one, is it a cylinder or a sphere? It's a cylinder. Great work. What about this one? A cylinder or a sphere? Does it look like this one? No, so therefore it's a sphere. What about our football? Is a football a cylinder or a sphere? It's a sphere. Well done. Now this one's been done for us, we're very lucky. We've got a tennis ball here. Is a tennis ball a cylinder or a sphere? A sphere. Our red one, a sphere. And our last one is a cylinder. Great work, Year 1. We're getting through our worksheet very quickly today. Our next part asks us to tick the shapes that stack. Can you remember which shapes stack? The stacking is on top of each other. So, did a cone stack? No, well done. So if we put a cone on top of a cone, it just fell off. So a cone doesn't stack. A cube. Does cube stack? Yep, well done. Does a sphere stack? No, they just kept rolling, didn't they? A cylinder. Now remember, our cylinder, it didn't stack when it was on its side because it could roll, but it did stack if you stood it on its end, so well done. A square-based pyramid. No, it doesn't stack because if it sits on the vertices, it just falls off. And a cuboid. Yeah, well done, that does stack. You can just stack all on top. Great work. Now our last question is, how have the shapes been sorted? So in here we've got cuboids and cubes, and here we've got cylinders and spheres. How have they been sorted? Into colour. Well done. So we've been sorted into colour, and I'm just going to write colour here. Now, down here I've got a challenge for you. It says, can you sort the shapes in another way? I would like you to look at the shapes and see how else you think you can sort them. It might not just be into 2 groups. You might want to sort them into 3 groups or to 4 groups. Have a go and see how you get on. Well done for today's home learning, Year 1.